Hi, this is tkviper, and today I'm going to show you a 1.9 feet Japanese Ji-Ari Shakuhachi flute. And to keep it from cracking or breaking, I keep it inside a very soft case, cushioned. So even if it drops, it's not going to crack it. And inside the case, the Shakuhachi is always sealed up in a plastic bag to seal in the moisture. If you're in a dry country like the US, this is very important. Always keep it moist by applying some tsubaki oil or walnut oil. Whenever you see that it looks very dry, just apply a very thin layer and keep it inside the bag, sealed up when you're not playing it. And always protect the front or the blowing edge with the included leather protection cap. Okay? Don't expose this flute to the sun for too long. Don't play in the sun, play in the shade, and don't leave it out. Always keep it in the bag, in the cushion case. Sun temperature change can crack this flute, and exposure to the sun can crack this flute, so be very, very careful. But to ensure that it doesn't crack, the only thing you can do is to bind it, like this one here. But it's going to look kind of ugly. See, this one has a little crack here, and these were applied just to keep this from spreading all the way through. But once you bind it, it should not crack ever. This is a Ji-Ari, meaning there is a layer of G plaster inside. You can see it's black and it's very, very smooth and uniform, so it's very nicely done. Air will flow very smoothly. This is a professional grade Shakuhachi, designed to be played with other players in concerts. Professional grade. Okay, it's a very newly made piece, around 10 years old. It hasn't been played except by me for demonstrating the flute sound. And the bamboo piece itself, it's over 30 years old. I've spoken to the maker. He is in Tokorozawa City in Saitama Prefecture. An 80-year-old man who's been making flutes for 50 years. He's a third-generation maker. His brand is called Dai-Ho, Big Treasure. You can see the signs here, another one here, and one more here, and they're all burnt in. And he told me he hasn't bought new roots for around 30 years, so this one must be older than 30 years. But because it hasn't been played, it is very light compared to flutes like this. This one has been played for a long time, so the color turns darker and darker. And even the one I bought from him a year and a half ago has turned a bit darker after playing it for a while. So if you play this for a few decades, it's going to turn pretty dark. Okay, now let's look at the measurement. We have up here around 3.5 centimeters. And down here at this end, it's about 5.5. It's a very thick piece. The root is very thick, especially because he left some of the stubs here of the little roots, and that's a nice looking root. This one is a different style where mostly everything is shaved off, so it's a bit smaller in comparison. This is a 4.9 centimeter root. This is 5.5 because of those little roots sticking out. Here is the blowing edge, made with a piece of water buffalo horn, and keep this protected at all times. Don't crack it, or else you can't play it. You can get this piece replaced, but if you break the bamboo, you can't replace that. Here is the chin rest. Round it so it's comfortable here. You can see the 30-degree angle cut right here for the blowing edge, and a slight incline right here. Don't get a flute with a big incline, those are fake. The front has 4 holes for your right hand down here and your left hand up here, and the back has 1 hole for your left thumb. Okay, and there is a joint here. Don't take this apart unless you have to. Like if the holes are kind of unaligned, you can then take it off. But don't pull by force, don't twist, don't turn. Okay, what you do is hold it like this, push up with your thumb slowly, and push down with your other fingers as you tap the back of your hand. Some people tap down here, and eventually you'll see a gap. It'll get looser and looser, and when it's really loose, then you just lightly take it off. Don't pull with force. And when you put it back together, line up the holes before you do it, and then quickly and without turning, push like this to close the gap. And therefore you will keep this in nice shape. If you twist it, turn it, it's going to get loose, and this part may drop off if you hold it up here. So I recommend never to hold it by the top here unless you're ready to catch it. Always hold it down here. That's the best thing to do. Okay, if it drops, it cracks, it will take around $300 to get it fixed. So be very careful. Okay, let's look at the color. Very, very clean up here, like most shakuhachis. And down here, we have all the natural colors of the bamboo. It gets darker here. This piece is particularly dark, and that's the nice thing about it. Very unique, it stands out. And a lot of wooden shakuhachis try to mimic this. They make this part black on purpose. Okay. And to play this, always use your index and ring finger. Index and ring finger and your thumb. And kind of smile to make a slit. Don't make a hole with your lips. Don't go like that. It should be like a grin. So it's kind of like a slit, so it matches this cutting, this blowing edge here. And you want to put it at a 45 degree angle. Basically, the stream of air will directly hit right here, right at the edge, and your air will be split in two, above the flute and into the flute. Okay, so visualize where the stream of air is going. If you put it too high, no sound. Too low, no sound. Or very, very breathy sound. And don't tilt it too much like this. It's going to lower your pitch. This is normal. So it's too low. So basically you want to be in between the high note and then the low note. So if you bend your head down, it's going to lower the note like this. If you turn to the side, it's going to raise the note, the pitch. So you want to be in between. You can make 3 sounds just by moving your head down or to the side. So normally you want to be in between those two notes. Okay? And fingering for this flute, every flute is a bit different. This one is played like most shakuhachi, most standard tuning. So just remember, you're going to let go your finger like this, one by one, okay? Until you go to this left index finger. Whenever you lift this finger, that's when you put these 2 fingers down, okay? Like this. So these 2 are down whenever you let go of this finger and this finger. That gives you 5 sounds, or 6. 1, that's a C sharp. That's a E. And then F sharp, G sharp, and C sharp again. That's 6 notes, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 notes. Okay. It's a pentatonic scale, a C sharp minor pentatonic scale, so 5 notes. Okay, so that's how you do the low octave. The high octave, you're just going to blow a little bit harder, pinch your lips a little bit tighter, and this time, instead of putting these 2 fingers down, you put only 1 finger down, just this one here. So. Okay, and that's how you play it. And make sure whenever you buy a flute, you can play those 2 octaves very easily and nicely. If the highest note is very hard to attain or it doesn't stay, then the flute is not so good. It's not even playable. This one is very playable. Play the low octave, you want to blow as hard as you can before you jump to the next octave. Okay, so don't play it weak. Don't play it like this. That's not the true sound of the shakuhachi. This is the true sound. You can hear it resonate. Sometimes you hear 2 noises, the sound and a tiny little ring sound, beep, like that. Always try to find the right angle. You see I made a mistake there. It's because I don't play this flute so much, so I'm not used to this opening here. You have to get used to the flute. You have to become one with the flute and learn where to position your mouth. So get a mirror so you can look closely and see that your air is going directly right into against this blowing edge here, so that the air is split half and half. Okay, that's the most important thing. Okay, and that's it for this flute. I hope you enjoy using it. It is a beautiful flute. Very, very beautiful one. It's around 400 grams or 350 grams. Quite heavy. Quite a heavy piece. Just one more look at this flute. See all the details. Blowing edge, the joint, the blowing edge up there. The root area very dark, nice and black. And there you have it. This is the 1.9 Shakuhachi Ji-Ari flute. Thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.